Good day, everyone. This is the report of Unit 7, Editing Articles. Lesson 1. Duties and the responsibilities of the editor, the copy reader, and the proofreader. Newspapers and news reports are read by people who want to be in the now about things that are happening in the world around us. Most people nowadays want a quick on-the-go read, so reports with the newspapers must be easily digestible and presented in a concise, engaging manner. Newspapers help people understand current events and make good decisions. They also share different opinions and help us think more deeply. Even though many people now read news online, newspapers still play a big role in spreading information and helping communities stay connected. Lesson 1. Duties and Responsibilities. Editor. An editor makes sure that the news is clear, accurate, and fair. They correct grammar and spelling, choose the right headlines, and sometimes decide which stories are most important. Editors also guide reporters and help shape how the news is told. They are important because they make sure the information people read is trustworthy and easy to understand. Without editors, news might be confusing, biased, or full of mistakes. The primary responsibility of an editor is to oversee the overall quality of the content, ensuring it is well organized, coherent, and aligns with the intended message. The key duties of an editor. Number 1. Content editing. Works on the structure, flow, and clarity of the text, suggesting rewrites or restructuring where necessary. It means checking and improving a piece of writing to make it clearer and better. It focuses on the meaning, structure, and flow of the information. In news, content editing helps make sure the story makes sense, is correct, and easy to read. This step is important to make sure readers get clear and accurate news. Number 2. Fact-checking. Ensures the accuracy of the information presented. Fact-checking is the process of making sure all the information in a news story is true and correct. It involves checking names, dates, numbers, and other details using trusted sources. Fact-checkers help avoid mistakes and stop the spread of false information. Number 3. Style and tone. Ensures consistency in writing style, tone, and adherence to the publication style guide. Style and tone are about how writing looks and sounds. Style means the way words and sentences are used. Tone shows the writer's feeling, like being serious or friendly. In news, the style is clear and simple, and the tone is neutral. This helps readers understand the news without bias. Number 4. Improving readability. Makes the text more engaging and easier to understand, adjusting sentence length, transitions, and paragraphing. It means making writing easier to read and understand. This includes using simple words, short sentences, and clear ideas. Number 5. Substantive editing. Addresses larger issues in the manuscript such as coherence, structure, and argument development. It means making big changes to improve the content of a story or article. It looks at the overall structure, clarity, and meaning. This type of editing may involve rewriting parts, adding new information, or removing unnecessary details. Number 6. Collaboration. Works closely with writers to refine the work, offering feedback and advice on revisions. In news writing, working together as a team to create a news is important. Reporters, editors, photographers, and designers all share ideas and help each other. This teamwork improves the quality of the news by bringing different skills and views. Good collaboration helps the news get finished faster and makes it more accurate and interesting for readers. So that's all for the editor. Now, let us move forward to the copy reader.
Second is copy reader. So, the primary responsibility of a copy reader focuses on the text accuracy, grammar, punctuation, and style, ensuring it is free of errors. So, often involves more significant corrections and adherence to style guides. So, the key duties of a copy readers is grammar and punctuation. This duty involves scrutinizing the text for any errors in the fundamental rules of language. This includes making sure verbs agree with their subjects, using the correct tense, ensuring proper sentence structure, and applying punctuation marks accurately to convey the intended meaning and flow of the text. Next is consistency. This is about making sure the same elements are treated uniformly throughout the entire text. For example, if an organization's name is abbreviated, it should be abbreviated the same way every time. Similarly, if a particular term is used, it should be spelled and capitalized consistently. This also applies to formatting elements like headings and subheadings, ensuring they follow a consistent style as outlined in a style guide like APA for academic papers, MLA for humanities, or the Chicago Manuals of Style for a wide range of publication. Next is clarity. So, a copy reader ensures that the writing is easy to understand. This means checking if sentences are well constructed and unambiguous. They look for jargon or overly complex language that might confuse the reader and suggest clearer and more concise words choices. The goal is to make the message as accessible and straightforward as possible. Next is checking for redundancies. So, this involves identifying and removing any unnecessary repetition of words or phrases that don't add value to the meaning. Redundancies can make writing wordy and less impactful. For example, the phrase basic fundamentals. It is redundant because fundamentals already implies something basic. A copy reader would identify and correct such instances. And lastly, formatting. This duty focuses on the visual presentation of the text. The copy reader checks if headings and subheadings are correctly formatted and consistently applied. They also ensure that font styles and sizes are used appropriately and consistently throughout the document, contributing to a professional and organized appearance. This makes the text easier to read and navigate. Next is the third one is proofreader. So the proofreader primary responsibility is to catch any final typographical spelling or formatting errors that might have been missed in previous rounds of editing. So, a proofreader already assumes the text is already well written and focuses on catching any remaining technical errors before publication. So, the key duties are spelling and typographical errors. This involves carefully reading through the text specifically to identify and correct any mistakes in spelling. For example, the TEH instead of THE or the and typos or the accidental errors made while typing and other minor errors like missing or extra letters. Think of it as catching those small, often overlooked mistakes that can make a text look unprofessional. Then, final check. This duty is about giving the text one last comprehensive review before it is finalized. The proofreaders look for any inconsistencies in punctuation, like using different styles of dashes, and fonts, making sure the same font is used consistently. Then layout, ensuring proper alignment and spacing, and the overall presentation of the text. It's about ensuring everything looks polished and adheres to the intended design. Next is attention to detail. This highlights the critical skill of a proofreader. They need to be extremely meticulous and focus on the text at a very granular level, paying attention to even the smallest details that might be missed by others. This includes like double spaces between words, incorrect capitalization, inconsistent hyphenation, and any other minor errors that could negatively impact readability of the overall professional impression of the text. Next is, and lastly, no substantive changes. Unlike this is a key differentiator between proofreading and earlier stages of editing. Unlike editors who might suggest changes to the content, structure, or style of the writing, proofreaders generally do not make such revisions. Their focus is solely on correcting technical errors. If a proofreader spots a potential content issue, they might flag it, but their primary role is to ensure the text is technically correct and error free in its final form. So that's it for the copy reader and proofreader. Let's move on this lesson 2, copy reading versus proofreading.
So, we are now in lesson 2, copy reading versus proofreading. Number 1, copy reading. This is the detailed editing stage that happens before proofreading. A copyreader doesn't just look for spelling mistakes, they look at the whole document to make sure it makes sense, flows well, and follows correct grammar and style. In short, ang copyreading is a process of editing written material before the publication. Example, original, the cat had run across the road. It was fast and silent. After copyreading, the cat ran across the road. It moved quickly and silently. So, ang after copyreading mas masubtansya and the word of choice was more clear. The main task of copyreading is correct grammar, spelling, and punctuation errors, improve sentences structure, and word of choice for clarity. Ensure consistency in capitalization. Example, internet versus internet. Dates and numbers. Example, 10th of April versus April 10. Terminology. Example, using the same word for the same concept throughout. Make sure the text follows a style guide, APA, MLA, Chicago, etc. The last one is check for the factual accuracy. Example, names, dates, and statistics.
Proofreading. This is the final stage of editing. It happens after the content has been copy edited and formatted. Proofreading focuses only on surface errors like typos, mispunctuation, or formatting issues. So its main task is to fix typos and misspelled words, correct punctuation mistakes, ensure proper formatting like headings, fonts, or spacing. It also looks for errors introduced during layout or typesetting like in magazine or book. So, copy reading versus Proofreading. Copy reading focuses on improving the overall clarity, structure, and style of a text, while proofreading is the final check for errors like typos, grammars, and inconsistencies just before publication. Copy reading focused on content flow, consistency, grammar, style, and accuracy, while proofreading focused on surface level errors, only typos or formatting. So, copy reading stage happens during the editing phase, often before proofreading. So, proofreading is the final step before publishing or submitting. Copy reading involves deeper changes to structure and clarity, while proofreading involves slight corrections and no major rewriting. It's the goal of copy reading is to improve the quality and readability of the text, while the goal of proofreading is to ensure that the text is error-free and polished. So, proofreading is not about rewriting your work, but only polishing your work.